It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Ben to throw again. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lefty, lefty. Hey, over.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
What? 120! Sunday!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
87. Pilot, 64, weak.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49 the mic. Whoa! Hey, box drop. Black and good.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Check. Lucky. Whip.
Watch the whip.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Jim.
Check 52.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Go. Waiting.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Sunday.
That's the what? Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing on first is Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 45 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
77.
53.
Hey, wahoo!
Stop here, D. Let's go. Hey, we got
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Easy. Hey, Alpha.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
They stopped him in his tracks. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Waiting! Corky, 82, Corky.
198, watch 98, 98's the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there, now.
Check 4, check 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. 120!
I know he ain't got
Kill.
Joker. Check 31, check 31.
Protein spill. The great 57.
198, watch 98, 98's the mic. Go.
On 1st down, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got one. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
These 2.
Switch gears.
No spacing.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Black and good.
1st carry for James Conner. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert.
Get that ball.
Easy. easy.
Undercut.
Hey, Echo.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Middle.
Check three.
They'll run here with Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Mike 53.
Double bump.
QB's trash.
Go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Hey, exit.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. All right.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Done.
98's Mike. Let's go. 198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Great 15. Great 15.
Check three.
Small.
Now Wentz on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first. As his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm scared.
Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's put that team on the clock.
57.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Here we go.
Hey, Force Tokyo. 5. Let's find two.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right there. Oh, damn, baby.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
198. Watch 98. 98.
Bravo.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Again, it's Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Way to go. That's what I'm talking about.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready. Get ready.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Great 57.
198.
Great 5-2. Come here. Hey, orbit. Tyson.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 60 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
180. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Watch 98.
Hey, Foxtrot.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
198.
Wentz now on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Wrap.
Two jet. Hey, high 7. Come on now.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Heavy on the edges. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Kill.
Watch twist.
Wentz to throw again. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Sproles. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
180. Solid. Blue draw, Porter.
Throwing is Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Ryan Shazier. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Here we go.
Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
No foul.
53.
Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Obviously they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, wahoo!
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 49.
Hey, Alpha.
49.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7-7. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Who that? Who that? 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Exit. Exit.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
98, 98's the mic.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Echo.
198. Watch 98.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Aguilar. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Go. 198. Watch 98. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Now wins. Flushed out right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
This is Howard on second down, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 280. 657. Hey, exit.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, check.
198. Watch
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check. Crunch.
Boss. It's 74.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. 198. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So that one will be accepted. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check. Hey, Charlie. Check. 53 is mine. What's the cross?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert, alert. Buzz. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Come on, lock it.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
We got double up. Double bump. Hey, orbit.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
50. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Under 10, 10. Snickers, 66.
Mike, 49.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
Alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check safety.
Check 43. Black and burn.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long.
49's the Mike.
No foul.
Twist.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald. 99 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Hey, alert.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2.
Nice, sweetheart.
Alert. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Hey, Alpha.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Grade 15.
98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Wild Bill. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Wentz going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Jack 16.
49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
50.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill.
Hey, Delta.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. He's crashing.
World. Hey, Echo.
49.
One day.
49's the mic. Focus, defense, focus. Shift.
44.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Mike's 49.
Go.
49, guys. Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.